what if we took the idea of Amazon and got the vendors on there? This is the opposite way that Amazon was built. It's got something for everyone. You list your products, you decide how much money that you're going to price it at. Your content can go worldwide. Your courses can go worldwide. Your ebook can go worldwide, not just through your team, through the whole Shoply channel. What's up, everybody? Hey, good to connect with everybody, whether you're in Australia or Canada. If you're logged in from other places, that's no problem. We're going to be speaking to those particular markets today. But we also got some other guests tonight, and I want to say hello to Craig. I want to say hello to Aaron. You guys are joining us from Australia. What cities are you in out there in Australia?
Sunshine Coast in Queensland here, mate.
Welcome.
I'm down the bottom end at Melbourne.
Melbourne. Tracy, where are you at?
I'm from Sydney.
Sydney. And Stacy, I know you're in Cali. What part of Cali are you in?
I'm in the armpit of California, also known as Fresno. We're right in the center, north and south, east and west.
And for those of you guys who don't know, calling your hometown the armpit is not a compliment, but we do indeed call Fresno the armpit of California. I'm joining you here from Miami, Florida. Happy belated Halloween. As you guys knew, we moved the presentation back 24 hours because of just conflicting schedules on the holiday, with the exception of Australia, because you guys are 12 to 14 hours ahead. So you got hello from the future. You guys are in tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. How's Saturday? Is Saturday doing well for you guys or what?
Yeah, you don't want to know, Nick. You don't want to know.
Well, if anything happens on Saturday that we don't want to happen over here on this side, please let us know so we can avoid it. So I'm going to show some slides today. We're gonna talk today, but I was thinking we do this a little bit more conversational. So for at any time you guys want to add anything, just not like, don't raise your hand with a Zoom, just throw a finger up and I'll kick to you. But I'm just going to keep it conversational. And I want to talk to the people out there today who are joining us in Canada and Australia, who are looking for a business. I mean, they're here today because either something in their life is not where they want it to be. Finances, the dream, time freedom, or the opposite. They're the type of people that are driven out of goals and success and results. So we always get two groups: people that are looking to make a big change, or people that are looking to find something new to latch onto. Let's be real. It's the same in America. So, hey, guess what, Australia? Guess what, Canada? You guys tell me, how's the economy been out there in Australia the last couple of years? How's the prices of things been? How's the inflation been? How's the housing market been? I don't know. I'm not from Australia. You guys tell me.
I refer to the whole model that we have down here in Australia as the financial slave system. And when I say that, it's sort of every corner you turn, there's a new tax. If in Melbourne, for example, in January, if you want to Airbnb your house, it's a 7.5% levy that's just been thrown on top. The Victorian government's also just added a new COVID tax to anyone that wants to get ahead in investing in property. It's sort of a tax on a tax on a tax down here. And it doesn't really matter what vehicle you try and play in the financial slave system, you get snookered at every corner by government intervention. And they're out there operating like drunken sailors, and that we the people of trying to do a good thing in business and entrepreneurship and success is cornered at every way. So I think you got to think global, you got to think online, you got to think e-commerce, you got to think trends, mega trends, and I think what we have here really ticks all the boxes.
Amen. And I'm not Canadian, but I'll speak for our Canadian neighbors. They've had a tough few years. Their dollar has gone down. The value of their dollar has gone down. The cost of living has gone up. Real estate costs are just, the market doesn't even make sense. The cost of food, cost of gas, like everything outrageous up there. So bottom line is, we want to position people to be able to have options, have choices, have a plan B, have another income stream. I said on the call for America yesterday, I think it was yesterday, maybe it was 2 days ago. I said, hey, regardless of what happens in the election on 5 days from now, it doesn't matter. Because no matter who gets elected, you got to be the president of your house. No matter what the government's doing, you've got to make decisions for your family's future. You got to be driven, inspired, motivated. You got to be the person that's making stuff happen. You got to increase your skills. You got to increase your abilities for your house. You got to elect yourself president of your house and start making decisions to change your economy. The economy, the one you can control. We spend so much time because we're plugged into social media. We're plugged in. It used to be really interesting. It was very easy to stay away from negative news. You just didn't turn on the television, and you didn't subscribe to your local, garbage newspaper. Now we're subscribed to the world's news, the world's newspapers, the world's negative news, and it's a constant barrage all day long. People resharing and resharing and resharing and resharing. And people are going through this huge, real mental shift of depression and negativity and mental health because they're so plugged into nonstop negativity. And I'm just like, hey, when are you, us, me, you, going to be the CEO of your house, the president of your economy? When are you going to take control from you down? When are you going to focus on the stuff you can control rather than the stuff you can't control? Because the more you focus on things you can't control, the more miserable you're going to be. So let's talk today about some stuff that you can control. I want to talk to you guys today about an awesome new up-and-coming business. We're only 70 days old since our first person joined, and we're only 40 days old since we launched the website. We're barely getting going out there in Canada. We're barely getting going out there in Australia. So I want to create context for where we're at. We're early stage beta. In fact, for Canada and Australia, we're our beta stage phase 2. There's actually 5 beta stages, and we're in stage 2 or phase 2, excuse me, in Canada and Australia. But for those of you guys that are early adopters, for those of you guys that are visionaries, for those of you guys that are pioneers when it comes to business, or have always said things like this, if I could have bought that stock, if somebody would have told me about that stock earlier on, if somebody would have only told me about that business earlier on, if somebody only gave me an opportunity earlier on, if you had that repetitive statement in your mind or in your life, well, guess what? It's earlier on. So for Shoply, it's earlier on. And with that comes significant opportunity and significant difficulties of helping us get off the ground and launch these 2 markets. Okay. So we reference Shoply as decentralized commerce. Now, we don't use the word decentralized in terms of blockchain. The word decentralized has been around for decades before there was a blockchain. Decentralized means a central authority, a central power, a central business model, a monopoly, and bringing that power back to people or multiple, not authorities, but multiple individuals or multiple businesses. For example, the breaking up of the long distance monopoly and making it decentralized, or you get the idea. So we look at commerce. The commerce used to be so decentralized 100 years ago, 115, 130 years ago. You walked down the street, so I heard because I wasn't there, and you look to the left and there was a baker, and you look to the right, there's a dressmaker, and then the hat store, and then over there was the fill in the blank, the grocer, over here was this and that. Everybody had their own business, right? And then came big business. In our world, in our country, we call it corporate America. That idea kind of spread worldwide. And then what happened? All these small businesses, 80% of people work for themselves. Now, 20 years ago, it was 96%, 97% work for the other 3%. It's starting to go back the other way now, thank goodness. But commerce has become super centralized. Amazon, Alibaba, Facebook ads, Google pay-per-click, Walmart. Did you guys know that 13 of the richest 35 people on the planet are connected to those 5 companies? That's insane. When you're like, oh, how centralized could commerce be? Oh, I don't know. 13 of the richest 35 people in the world own those 5 companies. That's how centralized. And we want to give you, business owners you know, your neighbors, your friends, other business people you know in the world, a shot to start bringing back that power of commerce to you. We're looking for influencers. We're looking for vendors. We're looking for team builders. We're looking for people that are good at business development. And we're building an ecosystem where we're all working together and thriving by feeding each other and feeding off each other. Not in a bad way, but a good way, right? So social selling or social commerce is the industry that we're positioned in. Not social media, social commerce. Not social media, social commerce. What's the difference? Social commerce leverages social media to make transactions. I'm not talking about buying Facebook ads here. Zuckerberg's already got an 80,000 square foot bunker house in Hawaii he's building off everyone's Facebook ads. I'm talking about you, the person, you, the individual, building a little network, building a little community, and making money by getting good at social commerce. The information you're looking at right here is from Accenture, a $250 billion company that all they do is analysis and for when they're hired for big businesses around the world. Check this out. $1 trillion is going to run through the industry of social commerce next year. What piece of it will you get, or will you just be given? Are you just going to be a consumer, constantly just pouring money in without figuring out a way to make some money for you and for your family? So as a reference point, there's only, I've seen 2 different numbers. There's only 8 to 10 trillion dollar industries in the world. So it's not like there's 100. So it's very difficult for a $1 trillion industry to create. Social commerce came out of nowhere. I bet you, most of you guys, like myself, have never even heard the term social commerce in the last 24 months. $1 trillion will be sold through social commerce next year. Accenture offered this interesting diagram. Those of you guys that are left brain, you're going to love this. Those of you guys that are right brain, just close your eyes for 60 seconds. This is everybody who has a profile on any social media platform. What they're saying is social commerce ecosystem is users connecting to influencers, creators, and resellers. Influencers, creators, and resellers connecting to small brands. And then through third-party commerce enablers, they're pushing those users all the way through platforms to make money. Check this out. This is Shoply right here. We're right there. We need you to help us bring small brands. We need you to be an influencer and or creator. We need you to bring us the users, AKA the customers. So what Accenture, a $250 billion company, reported on is the next $1 trillion industry. We're already right in the heart of this, and we're only 40 days live with a website. So what is social selling? One more step that I want to go further here, and then I'm going to bring on some of my friends here to just sound off on what we've talked about so far. I know everybody's heard of this company, Amazon. And skepticism's good. Negative people, bad. A negative person has a problem for every solution. A skeptic has questions that need to be answered. And I respect people with good questions. And sometimes there's just people that just say stuff just to make themselves sound smart. Yeah, but. The yeah, but people. But people that are genuinely curious people who are skeptics say, well, is this guy talking nonsense here? I mean, I know it's Accenture. It's only a $250 billion company that did that report, but how realistic is this? How about this? Amazon, $1.8 trillion market cap company, second largest company in the world. They said, if you can't beat them, join them. TikTok does social commerce. Amazon does not. So what did Amazon do? Partnered with TikTok, partnered with Pinterest. They just announced it 60 days ago. I remember 120 days ago, I was doing a very early presentation about, we had a logo maybe. And I was talking to a group of people and they said, can you explain it in one sentence what you are? I said, sure. If you take Amazon, TikTok, and direct sales network marketing, you smash them together and they had a baby, that baby would be called Shoply. Because we are the ecosystem of all three of those things. And then guess what? 60 days later, Amazon announced its partnership with TikTok. For 60 seconds, my heart sank. And I said, oh no, we're in trouble. And then since those 60 seconds, I said, holy cow, the second most successful company in the world just validated our business model. All we need, not Shoply, we, us, Australia, Canada, America, all we need is a little itty bitty, small, tiny fraction of what Amazon and TikTok are doing into our ecosystem, and you're making a couple $100 extra a month, couple extra $100 a week, couple $100 extra a day, couple $100 extra an hour. All depends what you want to do here. Well, I don't believe that can be done. Well, it doesn't matter if you believe it. Just look, just read. This lady right here, Stormy Steele, she did $1 million in TikTok in one day. Check this lady out. $13.7 million. And she went, this was over, how long was this? You cut off it was, sorry, right here, a week. In 1 week, she did 14 million in sales. Let me give you guys a reference point. Myself and my former business partners were responsible for creating a vertical vertical category that didn't exist called challenge-based marketing. So any weight loss or fitness challenge you see today is because we created challenge.com in 2009. We did several billion in sales. My largest month was 66 million in sales. I had 117,000 salespeople in 19 countries. And I thought I was a bad man. I don't know how to say her name. Zing, zing. I don't know. What I can tell you is she's on track to do 60 million in a month by her damn self. Alone. With a cell phone. And a laptop. I can tell you this. The largest direct sales company in the world does about 8.5 billion a year in sales. This guy did a 12-hour live stream and did 1.7 billion in 12 hours. You're out of touch if you're not getting involved in social commerce. This is nutso. Like it's insane. Let me jump to my panel. Panel, take it over. Anything we talked about so far that you want to lean into, give it a go.
We get desensitized, I think, to the words that we hear often in this industry, just in the world, to excited and new and disruption, because there's so many things that come across our plate, across our world. Don't let those things dissuade you from checking this out, because if you've never seen this before, there's a reason. It's because it doesn't exist anywhere else. This is the first time this has ever happened that you've seen an ecosystem like this. And we're using those words not because it's just a shtick for you for marketing. These are the actual truth to what this is and what this platform is. And it truly will be something that you've never seen before. And you're getting an early look at all of this. And this is the future of where our world is going.
Thank you so much to all you guys. I'm gonna jumping back to you in a second. I'm going to grab what Tracy shared and transition, which is, well, hey, I'm not this guy over here. I'm not that lady over there. I'm not Stormy Steele. I don't know. I can't do all that. Good. We're not looking for them. We're not. Here's the data on micro-influencers. Micro-influencers are those with fewer than 5,000 followers. They have the highest engagement. They are the most authentic people. And they look, the people listen to them because they're experts in niches. Every single one of you has an expertise in something. Could be cooking, could be parenting, could be a sport, could be fishing, could be golf, could be your local sports team that you love. Like, you know more about your local sports team than anyone else does. So you literally, people listen to you about that. We are looking for micro-influencers, nano-influencers, which are smaller than micro-influencers, and not a influencer. Not an influencer is somebody who hasn't started yet. we're looking for you. We want you. We want to educate you, teach you, grow you into this world. Micro-influencers achieved a 5% engagement rate compared to 1.6% for those with 1 million followers or more. We want you if you don't have this huge following. That's actually the whole plan. That's the business we're building. Well, how much is it going to cost me? Great question. It's coming up on the next slide, I believe. Here's some challenges. If you already a social media influencer, you post. By the way, if any of you post on social media and you ask a question or you ever referred anything, you referred a movie, you referred a restaurant, you're a social media influencer, whether you knew it or not. So originally, a social media influencer had a connotation of a 20-year-old traveling the world on their parents' money, taking cool pictures, or a 23-year-old girl who's really pretty and just always taking pictures and selfies and stuff. And that was what people originally thought a social media influencer is. Here's what a social media influencer is today. Somebody who uses social media to influence someone. A politician, a business owner, a mom, someone who uses social media to influence someone is by definition a social media influencer. And if you can get paid for it, that's what we're talking about. So we have a business where when this thing's up, running, stacked, moving, a business where a social media influencer can come and find multiple categories, multiple companies in multiple categories, and multiple products in multiple categories and with multiple companies. Right now, already today, in 40 days in America, we have our first 20 vendors up. We've got hundreds of products. It's only been 40 days, right? That's a phase 4 market. Now we're moving Canada and Australia. It's probably 30 to 60 days behind the US. The leadership has already picked anchor vendors. They're already going through KYC, which is legal terminology to get approved to be able to sell at a high level with merchant processors. But why does a social media influencer pick us? Because they can choose their bonus. This is interesting. So right now, if you went to the US Shoply and somebody referred you a product and you ended up inside of Shoply, I'm going to show you guys really quickly what this could look like. We'll use this one because it happens to be up. This is, okay. So this is Reaction. I actually have Reaction right here. Reaction. This is one of our brands that not Shoply doesn't own this brand. This is a company, a vendor that wants to sell through Shoply. They said, hey, if you will sell the face body scrub pack, we'll give you a $36 direct bonus, social media influencers, which means if you went live, maybe there's some soccer moms out there today or some stay-at-home moms out there today that bought this, tried it, loved it. They did an unboxing, they did a demo, they gave a testimony, and all of a sudden they sold 10 of these in a month. She can make $360 for doing that. US, $360 US. All the numbers you're going to see here are US, right? So what else? What's another version of this? Give me a second and I'll show you. I'll do one more of these because I want you guys to get a sense for, what can be done or created. Here's a whole bunch of products for Reaction. They got several pages of them. I'm going to go to, I really like Bo. Bo's got a great store here. Bo does, 8 to 10 million a year in sales outside of Shoply. He said, I want to be one of the first vendors on Shoply. I get it. I understand it. I want 100,000 affiliates around the world selling my stuff. So maybe you said, okay, I got curly hair. I'm going to get the curly hair bundle, or I'm going to get it for my husband, or I'm going to get it for my boyfriend, or I'm just going to do a review on it. Even if you don't use it, doesn't matter. Bo says, here you go. Here's $36.50 for everyone you sell. You sold 10 of them, you made $360. So if you disagree, Bo, I disagree. It's not enough bonus for me. Then you don't sell it, right? So you get to pick the categories, the companies, and the bonuses that you want to promote. And, I'll take one or two of you guys from the panel. Guys, how cool is the idea where we're not a company that says you can only earn this percentage? We just say, go make whatever you want to make. Go pick the company. What's your thoughts around that? Is that a game changer?
Yeah, I think it fits into that category. I struggle sometimes to use that cliche, but I think we've got to put it in that category. I mean, I call it the BYO company. It's the bring your own product company. You go to a restaurant, you hope they've got the wine that you like. Here, we can bring our own wine. We can bring our own product. This is the product that I'm passionate about. This is the product that I want to sell. Here's the product that I want to get behind. Shoply's BYO. And one thing that we don't talk about much, in traditional sense of network marketing, most products, one of the biggest complaints over 27 years is high price products. And, from a company point of view, you've got to kind of 10x the price of a product to get it through the compensation plan. We don't do that here. It's not programmed that way. It's not the business model. So you're going to find some really great quality products. All the products you see on Shoply right now could be a network marketing, billion-dollar company in their own right. And so, yeah, it's a no-brainer. It does fit into the game-changing category, Nick.
One more.
Yeah, look, I think it opens the door to more people. Typically in this industry or the direct selling industry, one of the common things is the person that just wants to make that extra $200 to $300 to $400 a week or a month or a day. They'll often find it hard in the compensation plan. So I sort of say to people, you don't have to build a team here anymore. You don't have to do any of the things that you don't want to do in that sort of industry. You can actually be a social seller and make a nice income just leveraging our platform. And you will open the doors to the soccer mums and the PT that wants to run their business, but they just want to sell a few extra products to their clients and don't want to scale and build a network. We become really appealing to all these other niches at the moment, and that's what really excites me.
Craig, well, how much is that going to cost me, man? If I want to make that extra $200 a week just doing social selling, how much is that going to cost me?
Look, you can join for free.
Free.
That's the amazing thing.
Right now, everybody, just call the person back that put you on this and join. Literally, you can join for free. You pay $10 a month because this is a SaaS platform. It's a SaaS platform, software as a service, uniting business development people, vendors, affiliates, and team builders all in one place. And everybody's using the SaaS as an ecosystem to create success. So, what do you get if you join for free and pay your $10 a month? Unlimited access to unlimited offers, limitless direct bonuses, so you don't get maxed at how much you can earn, ongoing customer attribution. If you refer a customer and they bought that reaction product, and then that customer came back 2 weeks later and bought the Elevate drops, even though you didn't personally go back and tell that customer to go get the drops, you got paid a second time because your customer created a unique identifier with their email and phone number. So when they come back and buy, it checks out. Even if someone else refers them, it's going to bring them back to you to get paid because you have ongoing customer attribution. And then also when you get started, you're going to have over $900 in free courses teaching you a little bit about AI, how to build a business, how to build a brand, how to do some social selling. And we're going to talk more about that in just a second. So, what's the downside about this? Downside is we don't have our vendors up yet. We're getting our first vendor approved as we speak in Australia right now. And Canada only has one vendor so far approved. There's a bunch in the hopper. So there's nothing right now you're learning and you're building. You're learning and you're building. You're learning and you're building for another 30 days or less until there's a couple more vendors in Canada and or Australia for you to start practicing your social selling skills. Okay, now we also are looking for team builders. We went real heavy in that social selling part, and we're looking for team builders who are modern. Only 1/4 of what we do is actually the direct sales networking side. We've used the word over and over again. I tend to shy away from it a little bit more because I don't want people thinking it's all we do. It's only 1/4 of what we do. It's only 1/4 of the ecosystem. And if you break up vendors into digital vendors and tangible products, then the team building side is actually only 1/5, of what we do. But it's a really important piece. And this isn't your grandfather's direct sales networking company. So I don't know I don't know if Gramps is going to get it, but people who are team builders in the world, and by the way, it doesn't have to be direct sales world. It could be team building, real estate, team building, any industry. We're looking for team builders. But people who say, I don't think it's going to work to build a team to do live commerce, da 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 da. You sound like when your parents said, I'm never going to put my credit card on the internet 30 years ago. That's what you sound like when you're like, oh, social commerce. It's never gonna. You sound like your parents 30 years ago about how they'll never put their credit card on that World Wide Web. Okay, so what's been happening in the direct sales industry? Let's talk about it. Number one, a really cool thing is social media has brought us closer together, but that's a problem because unless you can sell something worldwide, you're giving up on 90% of your potential network. This is a challenge. A lot of people in the networking industries have been jumping into stuff that they shouldn't be jumping into, but they're doing it because it has global reach. The next crypto deal, or the next travel deal, or the next stock software or Forex deal, right? The only reason why people are doing it is because it has global reach. So what are we doing? We are building a global SaaS platform that allows you to source vendors locally in your countries that are already approved, already licensed, and already shipping. You put them up on the platform, start selling them, start getting customers. Build a team in Brazil, do the same thing. Build a team in Europe, do the same thing. Build a team in America, do the same thing. So will it be the same vendors, the same products, the same everything around the world? No. It's going to be different in every market. It's going to be based on the team builders who want to bring vendors to us. Bottom line is direct sales industry is crashing. And it's crashing because of two reasons. Well, many reasons, but here's two main ones. The gig economy is growing. I'm going to use a reference, and I'm going to let you guys localize this in Australia. Do you guys have Uber in Australia? Okay. Canada has Uber. Huge in America. Why would I, as a dad, busy dad, go try to build a team of hundreds of people to make an extra $2,000 a month selling one product, change everything about my life to try to go do that, when I can just flip on my cell phone and they're going to bring me people that want to drive somewhere and I can make $500 a week easily. So the gig economy is crashing the direct sales industry. And moreover, and much bigger, the social media influencer world is like, what do you mean you're going to pay me 10% for my sales? No, thank you. What do you mean I can only sell your product and your brand? No, thank you. And the combination of all of this and other things is making it very hard for a team builder to maintain any type of team longer than a couple months at a time. Stace and Aaron or Craig, one of the two of you, doesn't matter. You guys obviously have built big teams. Speak to that idea of the struggle that this industry has been up against here for the last couple of years.
It's been a really sad thing to see the retraction that the industry's gone through and the changes that the leaders, that people that really depend on that paycheck for their families have had to endure. And the problem is that the world is moving faster than the direct sales industry can pivot. And it's moving away from the brand being the face, and it's moving towards individuals being the brand. If you look on social media, if you look on anywhere, you see people out there, they're representing themselves as the brand, right? It's not brand first, it's person first. I'm the brand, I bring things to you. And that has been a disservice to the network marketing industry because it's brand heavy for one specific category. And that just doesn't work anymore. People get bored. They run out of things to talk about. And so what Shoply does is it solves a problem. And anytime a company can solve a problem for an industry, they're going to be massive. You think of the biggest things in this world, they solved a problem. And that's what it's doing. It's embracing the future of where we're all going and solving a problem with an industry. You have those things married together and you're going to have a massive, massive, what is it called? Grand slam.
I love this conversational style. I know it takes a little bit longer, but it's so much more fun for me than just me being a yammering talking head the whole time. So thank you for, y'all's participation. Let's go ahead and bring this home. Couple more slides, guys, we'll be done. So Tracy referenced this earlier, which is, hey, if you get rolling with us, you're going to have multiple sources of coaching, of direction, of mentorship, of leadership. You're going to have it localized. So whoever, when I say localized, let me say it again. You're going to have that in connection with whoever you enroll with, because whoever you enroll with is connected to a community that has ongoing updates, trainings, content, etc. But one of the things that we're building is something called Shoply U. And we just got the first phase up of Shoply U. And it will be what's called a dynamic university, which means every month, new free content going in. New free content going in from authorities, like people that are the best in the world on these topics, teaching you AI strategies, brand building, how to scale as an influencer, live commerce, sales and marketing, team building, leadership, entrepreneurship, yada, yada, yada. And, Tracy, you are such a great proponent of mentorship and coaching. Obviously, you are one yourself. How critical is this component for the people who, make the decision to jump in with us? Because, I'll just show this right now since we're on the topic. A person who's an affiliate gets $900 in free course value from us. An influencer gets $4,300 in free course value from us. An influencer pro gets over $10,000 in free course value from us. How critical is that for people that want to do something great? We already talked about affiliates. There's Influencer Pro. I don't spend any time on it. There's Influencer. I don't spend any time on it. There's Influencer Pro. Why don't I spend any time on it? Because if you need to make a $300 decision about the rest of your life and you're willing to give up everything an Influencer Pro has for $300, just join for free. It tells me that you don't get it. Because an Influencer Pro has the ability to have everything an affiliate gets, plus they can build a team globally, access to the community bonus. They get $4,000 in course value, and they can actually maximize the community bonus and everything else in the compensation plan. They can bring vendors to the marketplace and go through a vendor development certification and get paid to bring vendors. And you get access to every course that hits our Shoply University. It's literally a no-brainer if you're here to build a team and get vendors. If not, then just join for free and upgrade later when it starts to make sense for you. So here's where we're at, y'all. We are here. Canada, US, Australia, Europe. A moment ago, somebody had asked in Canada what stores are available. There's only one. So here's how it works. A phase one market is people that are joining right now that are trying to build the marketplace up, and they're trying to find anchor vendors. What's an anchor vendor? An anchor vendor is a real operating inventory, shipping, customer service. It's not this small trinket little itty bitty thing. Like, we need real companies that the leadership in each market's willing to sell. So once you get to 5 of those vendors, you go to phase 3. Once you go to 10 vendors, you go to phase 4. So I will be working directly with all the leadership in each marketplace, Canada, Australia, Europe, America, you get the idea, to move the market from phase 1 to phase 2, phase 2 to phase 3, phase 3 to phase 4. So the good news is, right now, you don't have to go out there and look for vendors. You don't have to go out there and sell customers every day yet. There's only one thing you need to do right now in Canada and in Australia. Learn, practice, and start to build the team. Learn, practice, and start to build the team. If you're going to be an affiliate, then all you got to do is learn right now. And every time a new vendor pops up, you start to get good at trying to sell that product. Well, I don't love that product. Who cares? Like, there's this weird thing. Then give a review. Like, you can sell products by actually just reviewing them. Happens all the time. People make millions of dollars reviewing products, not endorsing them, not selling them, just reviewing them. I know the fitness world is absolutely going to explode on our platform. Because if you're making 50 grand a year as a personal trainer and you can get on here and just review products and make $500 a week, it's lights out. Okay, so we need you to build the team local to your marketplace. You also can build in other countries, but this is where you guys are at. I'll be working very closely with the Australian leaders and the Canadian leaders to move you guys to find your first 5 vendors, which will give you, your first 50 to 100 products to pick from. Australia, I put it as a phase 2 market because the first vendor is so close to popping up. Could be any day now. It's technically a phase 1 market. Canada, you guys have a company called Lavare. Lavare is already up. I will also tell you guys there's plenty of American companies that are on the marketplace that are shipping to Australia and Canada. It's just you got to pay for more expensive duties and more expensive shipping. So we don't necessarily classify those companies as your vendors. They're American vendors who are willing to ship to y'all, but I don't want you guys to feel like, hey, we can't sell that because it's too expensive because of duties and shipping. I get that. That makes sense to me. So that was a little bit of a rant. I want to give everybody kind of an idea of where we're at with that. Right now, we got a bonus going for the month of November. Anyone that joins is an Influencer Pro who refers 3 Influencer Pros. You're going to make $780 this month. We pay these weekly, by the way. We pay these bonuses weekly. If you refer an influencer as opposed to an Influencer Pro, it will be a 50% bonus. Meaning the 300 will drop to 150. The $300 bonus will drop to 150. So I'm going to give my closing thoughts here. I'm going to have the panel go first. Rapid fire, guys. Put your closing thoughts together, 60 seconds or less. If you haven't joined our Shoply Telegram link, every day, new news, new updates, starting, could be tonight or it would definitely be tomorrow. Every time we get a new vendor, we're going to be dropping them into the channel so you guys can actually see the announcement of the new vendor in the channel. So please hit that, join. And let me bring on my panel here, guys. Rapid fire, 60 seconds or less. Hit it. Stacy, you're first.
Go first. All right. You guys, if there's a portion of you that feels like you don't deserve this, that you're doubtful, you don't believe in yourself, you have to get rid of that. You have to take that backpack off and unload that weight, because that's your self-limiting beliefs. And those beliefs that you have that lack in yourself will prevent you from greatness. It will prevent you from doing something that you actually see as worthy, but that you don't measure up to that. And so if that's where you're at, know that we've got a lot of people that are leaders, that are trainers, that are willing to help you and push you through that breakthrough that you need. Regret is one of the worst things in a human trait to have, that you saw something, you had the opportunity, but you didn't act. At the very, very minimum, be an affiliate, because that means you're still involved, you still see the opportunity, but there's much less risk for you in terms of what you have to give up. And so at the very, very minimum, just at least do that, and then start learning, start working on yourself, start creating more knowledge, more belief, more trainings, and then you can dive all in.
I'll jump in. Look, I would just lead with, I've always looked for opportunities that I can put my name to, something that I believe in, and something I think is going to be very revolutionary. And I've done that multiple times across my entrepreneurial journey. And Shoply ticks all the boxes for that. And, being a pioneer is always the most challenging part of building a business. Same with when you're in startups, that's where you're nearly the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker to be able to make the business work. But it also provides you with the biggest opportunity. So if you're a big thinker, a visionary, someone that's hardworking, someone that wants to change your circumstances, become a pioneer and help us get the next 5, 10, 15 vendors on, help us build the communities and the teams that start social selling in the markets, and help, and if you, I guess, stick to your plan, you could change your future. And I think, with that pioneering bonus, if you bring on and hit that pioneering bonus in the first month, just 3 people that see what you see in the opportunity, you can actually effectively, it's $799 to be an Influencer Pro, and it's $780 worth of bonuses in the month. So it's a bit of a no-brainer. And if you want to sit back and watch and avoid the pioneering phase, be a free affiliate and be involved, as Stacey said.
I'd say, like, if not this, then what? And if not now, then when? Like, there's so many other companies you can go and join, but everyone's chasing around the shiny light. You'll be doing it 12 months from now, 24 months from now. So if not this, then you know what? This is revolutionary, like Tracy said. And I sort of bring it back to my point in the beginning is, like the guys are saying, you can be a free affiliate, start to learn, start to develop, start to learn some new skills. I'm looking for creators. I'm looking for people in this market, other markets that can be creators with me, because I look at this as a bit of a gold rush right now. If you're a salesperson looking to go around to restaurants and get them to get onto Uber Eats right now, what would your response be? It'd be like, hey, I joined Uber Eats 7 years ago. I joined Uber Eats 5 years ago. You're not going to get too many sales because every restaurant's on Uber Eats. If you go around to vendors right now, products, businesses, and say, hey, I love your products, you should have an affiliate program. They're going to go, hey, yeah, I should. I just don't know how. I haven't got around to it. I'm an affiliate person. I've got a company called Shoply. We can hook you up. If you start to do that now, and that's not going to be for everyone, but if you're a creator and you want to do that now, that's the gold rush, the way that I see it. Because 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're going to go to these vendors and say, hey, I love your product. You should have an affiliate program. They're like, yeah, I joined this thing called Shoply with Craig like 5 years ago. I joined Shoply 10 years ago with Tracy. This is the gold rush that we have right now. Everyone's going to have an affiliate program. They may as well with you. You may as well get paid for it here at Shoply. So that's how I see it.
Thank you for the transition, brother. This is my closing thoughts. He just
Here we go. We work well together.
He just explained the whole thing. We are here. You all are innovators. I did not create the slide. Shoply did not create the slide. Crossing the chasm is a very famous statement. I believe there's an entire book on this idea. It's about how tech companies are adopted. Listen, y'all, we are not looking right now for these people. We're probably never looking for them in business. Right now we're looking for these people that want to build something with us. We are here. It's early. It's painful. It's dirty. Stuff breaks, stuff's misspelled. We make mistakes. It's beta. Canada and Australia are beta 2.0 right now. America's beta 4.0. We don't even fully launch, official launch until April. The beta is there for a reason. But in business, you know, this one, I have to be the first. I have to be the first. That's you. You're here. In business, you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. Okay? It's going to take us till April at least to get here. It's going to take us at least to 2027 to get here. That's only, by the way, 2 years and 1 month away, 25 months. It's going to take us 25 months to go to here, and then boom, it's going to absolutely explode. So if you like to be in early, you like to create things, you know that pioneering is difficult, but it's worth it. Welcome to the team. Welcome aboard. Excited to work with you. I want to thank my panel tonight. It's been an awesome time with you guys. I love the conversation. I know we went long, but it was cool to do it like this. We're going to be doing presentation like this, guys, from the company at least once a week out there. So tune in, join the Telegram. If you're not seeing this from a team builder's perspective, join for free. Welcome aboard as an affiliate. And if not, then be a customer. When we start launching products in your market, the person who brought you on, clearly they're serious about this. Pick something you like from them, be a customer, support their business. Have a fantastic November, everybody. Good luck.